This is the Hustler's Corner.
Morning, guys. Welcome to my channel. I'm off from the gym right now. Let's go straight to that shop sign and press click on the count of 1, 2, 3. Let's go over there. Click. Thank you very much. And then let's go over there to that subscribe button, guys. Click. Thank you very much for being on my channel. All right. I'm doing this video from the gym this morning because a lot of people are still skeptical about cryptocurrencies and the blockchain technology. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach a video after I just finished speaking, and I would like for you guys to listen to what the gentleman has to say. Guys, when are you joining cryptocurrencies? When are you joining the blockchain technology? When are you learning how to get your money working for you and getting good returns? Number one, I'd like to say that I'm not a financial expert. I know nothing about giving you guys advice about money. I do know how to make money. I do know how to create companies. I've done that before. But right now, I'm on a journey to learn. And seeing that a lot of people are getting scammed on the internet, and I care about you guys, I decided to start Welcome to Crypto so that I can share as many things that I keep learning as possible, as much information as possible. So I'm going to be getting interviews from people who know about it, to understand it, to come and teach us. But what I'm trying to do here is to encourage you to go do your own homework, be informed, be knowledgeable about it. Don't give your money to anybody, because there's a lot of scammers out there. You're going to lose your money. And the market is always volatile. It keeps going up and down. But I want to tell you, Bantwana Basekaya, here is an opportunity to change your life forever. And by the way, this is episode 6. Currently, Bitcoin today is sitting at $40,000. We're about to go to the moon, guys. Guys, learn about this thing. Don't give your money to anybody. Understand it. It is the biggest opportunity you will ever know, guys. I'd like for you to listen to this gentleman, as today being the 4th or the 5th of August, the 6th of August, Bitcoin is sitting at $40,000. It's about to go up. Last week, it was like between 37 and 38 and 39. The week before that, it was 33,000. It was when we were going through the most. It was at its lowest in a long time. But right now, it's starting to go back up. As soon as we cross that $43,000 mark, we're gone. We're going all the way up. It's time for you to learn. Don't give your money to anybody. Stop being a skeptic. Learn about digital currencies. Let me, I've attached a video that I'd like for you guys to listen to. Listen to what this gentleman has to say about the blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies.
Bitcoin has done wonders for our brand. It's elevated our brand by a factor of 100. Obviously, it's made our shareholders billions of dollars over the past 12 months. Look, Bitcoin is digital real estate. People are starting to realize that it's better than real estate. It's scarcer. It's not taxed the same way that real estate's taxed. You can take it to any state and any country. And they used to say you can't take it with you. You literally can take it with you to the grave if you want. And so it's enormously appealing to people that are looking for economic security right now. And that's an incredibly powerful trend. The company's benefiting from that groundswell of support for Bitcoin. We're buying Bitcoin with our cash flows, and we've got a very profitable enterprise software business. So as we generate more cash, we buy Bitcoin. We've also bought Bitcoin through equity issuance as employees generate stock option revenues. We bought Bitcoin with convertible debt, with senior secured debt. And we have $1 billion shelf registration. And to the extent that we see any of those opportunities as accretive to our shareholders, then we'll buy more Bitcoin. Obviously, we look at the market and we judge it from time to time based upon market conditions.
Yeah, I mean, so many folks I speak to focused on cryptocurrencies say that you're a Bitcoin whale. So I'm curious just how much is enough. And also, given the fact that it is accounted for as an intangible asset, which means that you realize impairment charges, but you don't realize those gains unless you sell Bitcoin, does that need to change?
Well, you know, I think that GAAP accounting doesn't always keep pace with the rate of innovation in the capital markets. We have a very sophisticated set of shareholders, so they know they can multiply 105,000 by the price of the Bitcoin. They know we've got $4 billion worth of Bitcoin right now. Now, the current treatment is indefinite and intangible, so that used to be odd but irrelevant, because a year ago, no publicly traded companies had any Bitcoin. As you look out over the next year, you've got dozens of companies in this economy. you've got billions and billions of dollars of assets, that accounting has become ill-suited and a bit opaque. So I do think an update to the GAAP accounting treatment for digital assets would be a benefit to big tech. It'll be a benefit to investors, institutional investors in the U.S. markets, and it'd be good for the country. So I'm optimistic that people will look at that.
Given your belief in Bitcoin, taking cash flows and buying it, but why put debt on the balance sheet to do it as well? Why lever up the company and take the corresponding risk, at least, of that increased debt load to buy this asset as well, Michael?
Well, we've got $2.2 billion of debt, and we pay about 1.5% interest on that debt, and we have a very long time horizon. So our point of view is being a leveraged Bitcoin long company is a good thing for our shareholders. If you could borrow billions of dollars at 1% interest and invest it in the next big tech digital network that you thought was going to be the dominant Amazon or Google or Facebook of money, why wouldn't you? I mean, if I could borrow $1 billion and buy Facebook a decade ago for 1% interest, I think I would have done quite well.
Yeah. So you see Bitcoin as sort of Facebook 10 years ago, or at least the same investment opportunity?
Bitcoin is an open monetary network, and everybody's looking for this open way to store value and move value at the speed of light using a computer chip and a mobile phone. So you had Google that created digital books. You had Facebook that created digital communications. Apple gave us digital music, and Amazon gave us digital retail. Bitcoin's digital property on a big tech open monetary network. The big news this week is 114 million people now own Bitcoin. That makes it the most broadly held financial asset in the history of the world, and they're adding 2 million people a week. So, that's the fastest growing financial asset, and it's open to anybody 24/7, 365 in any country on earth. So our view is it's only a matter of time before billions and billions of people have mobile phones plugged into Bitcoin. And we just want to be there first, because there's never going to be more than 21 million of these things. Look, Bitcoin is a moral imperative to everybody in the world with a collapsing currency, and that makes it a very exciting thing. It's an economic imperative to anybody that wants to escape inflation. That makes it interesting. Bitcoin's the most exciting technology of the decade, is getting built into PayPal, into Square. It's only a matter of time before it gets built into every other website or mobile phone. So yeah, every CEO, every CFO wants to talk about it, all the CXOs, the CIOs, anybody in the software industry. It's a door opener, and it's very important that people know who you are. That starts the conversation. It's been great for our enterprise software business, and it's great for employee morale as well.
Senator Elizabeth Warren, who's calling for more regulation of cryptocurrencies in general, had this to say and sort of joined that chorus of critics earlier on CNBC this week. I want you to take a listen.
People can make their own investment decisions, but to do that somehow assumes two things. One is that what's happening with Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency is somehow going to be divorced from what's happening elsewhere in the economy. And secondly, that the crypto coins are not going to have their own inflationary pressures. They may come from a different source than what happens with dollars, but look at what's happened in the high volatility in the price of these things. The idea that somehow they're a protection or a hedge, I don't think that's going to be borne out over time.
Well, I think that Bitcoin is like electricity or like steel or like fire. It's a very big idea. It's digital property on an open protocol monetary network. It would take 1,000 hours to really understand it well. I think that right now, every politician in the world is being asked to have an opinion on it. And I doubt that every politician has 1,000 hours to think about it or study it. So you have to have a long time frame, like we look out a decade. And look, if you'd asked Elizabeth Warren her opinion of Google, Facebook, Amazon, and Apple in the year 2010, I wonder what she would have said. I think everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think that This is literally crypto steel for the 21st century, and it takes time to fully grasp the implications of something so profound.
Does crypto steel need more regulation?
I think that there's going to be property tax and property regulation on digital property. People expect you to pay your taxes on your property. I think that the digital currencies like Tether will be regulated as currencies. I think that decentralized applications that are insurance exchange or derivative exchanges will be regulated as derivatives exchanges. And I think that's a good thing. I think in general, as crypto community moves into the regulatory environment and they're embraced, it's going to give institutional investors comfort that this is going to be around, and they will understand how, with clarity, they can invest in it. 100x as much money is sitting outside of the Bitcoin world as inside the Bitcoin world. And as the regulatory clarity comes, I think that lots of people are going to move into the Bitcoin ecosystem with comfort.
This is the Hustler's Corner.